The top 5 things you should never do if you are a prepper. Before we get stuck into the video, if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps. But if you do, make sure that you've got that notification bell set to all notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. It's all good in the hood. So, without further ado, let's get into number 1. The things that you should never, ever do as a prepper. Show all of your stuff, preps, online. Don't do it. I've seen a rise in new preppers, especially here in the United Kingdom. Literally, they just can't wait to show the world everything they've got. I've seen tours of their pantry showing every single food item they've got, and they're showing all of their knives they've got, all of their sleeping bags, basically anything to do with what us preppers deem as essential items for us and our family. Please don't show all of your stuff online, okay? Because at some point, some people will get clever, they will find out where you are, and you risk losing everything, okay? If you really do feel the need to show people what you have online, it's absolutely fine, but just do a little tiny bit of each, okay? Don't give people a heads up of all of your stuff. Never ever do that, okay? Number 2, don't post any details where you live or where your preps are stored, okay? It's another thing I'm seeing on social media, and it's not just for the new guys. Some of you old hats I've seen doing this as well, okay? So a picture right outside your front door, okay, with the street in the background or something like that, okay? They might even see the door number of your house, okay? All of these information giveaways could lead to your demise, okay? Try and be a grey man, as it were, okay? So it's just ridiculous. Another thing which has happened before, I believe in America, it's probably happened here in the UK, where some preppers have been putting loads of pictures of loads and loads of stuff, and then the next post is saying, oh, only another 10 days to go before we go on holiday, Tenerife for 2 weeks. Woohoo! I can't wait, etc. And leading up to that announcement that they are going to be out of their home in advance, giving some shady people the heads up so they know that house with all of their stuff is going to be empty. You look at some of these pictures leading up to that. It's got pictures or videos right outside their house, panning around, seeing the street. Let me tell you this, local people will know exactly where it is, okay? It has happened. So you do have to really think before you put anything online. I don't want anyone knowing where I live. I don't want everyone knowing all of the stuff that I've got. Especially, I don't want anyone knowing when I am going to be away before I go away. A little pro tip. If and when I do leave my property for whether it's a day, 2 days or a week or whatever it is, all the time I'm away from the house, I'm recording photographs if I want to share on social media, and I do not post anything until I'm back home, okay? Another mistake people make, like they're on holiday, yeah, we're having a whale of a time, and they post the picture up that day. Straight away, if anyone is watching or paying attention, they are going to know, hey, he says he's in Tenerife. He's even crazy enough to put the location on the top of his Instagram post saying somewhere in Tenerife. Some people do that. I've never done a location thing. Never have, never will. It's no one's business, okay? So all you're doing is you're giving people a heads up saying, hey, I'm having a way of a time on holiday. I've not really thought about any of my posts about OPSEC, operational security, and hey, go and take what you want from my house because you all know I'm not going to be there. Big mistake. Please don't do it. Number 3, the third thing which preppers should never do is tell anyone how much preps they have, okay? If you've got like 1 year's worth of food stored away in a cool, dark place until a time when you're going to need it, i.e. you're out of work, you can't really afford to buy food, guess what? You've already got food. You're saving on your food bill straight away. And this goes on through a myriad of items, which are going to be useful in any crisis, whether you're out of work, whether you've been flooded, whether there's a heat wave or there's rioting or whatever it is. You've got stuff set away for that particular day. Don't tell everyone how much you've got. If you do have a year's worth of food, etc., just say to people, I'm doing pretty well. At the moment, I've got around 1 or 2 weeks worth of food. I'm moving in the right direction, etc. You don't have to say that, or you could just show a tiny little bit, like 10 or 20 tins or something. Don't show everyone like the 2,000 tins or whatever packets that you've got, okay? Always downsize that number, okay? I'm guessing some people see it as a game. I've got more than you've got, etc. I'm doing better than you. You know, they're not the sort of preppers that we want to have in our community, okay? People with big mouths showing off about things like that are going to lead to problems, especially as we progress through this very turbulent time we're in right now, okay? More and more people are going to end up with less and less and less. And when that starts to get large, they are going to find people with more and more stuff. It's just a matter of time. Be careful. Don't tell everyone the world of how much you've got, okay? Number 4. Now, this is a bit of a thing, especially when I've been to outdoor events like the Bushcraft Show, the Prepper Meet, anything like that. The amount of vehicles that I've seen turn up and they're plastered. It doesn't have to be plastered, just 1 or 2. Bumper stickers, things like that. Okay, what I do, and I hope you take a leaf out of my book, but of course you don't have to. This is just sound advice. You just don't want to draw attention to yourself. Okay, just look normal. Who remembers back in the day when I had that Hilux pickup truck and I had it sprayed matte green, I had grab handles all over it, really big 4-inch nudge bars and stuff. It was fantastic. I loved that car, that pickup truck, sorry. But guess what? Every time I stopped at traffic lights or traffic jams, guess what? When I was looking around, like you should always look around of your situational awareness, I found that lots of people were looking at me and my vehicle. And it didn't take me long to realise, actually, this is a bad idea. Because the more people look at you and your vehicle, the more people are inclined to have a closer look. And on closer inspection, they may see all sorts of things, okay? In the backseat of your car, in your boot, or whatever it is, even if you've got privacy glass, okay? Nonetheless, little fly landed on the screen there. Yes, we are outside and it's beautiful. And when the sun starts to get warmer, it's always wet out here, the more insects there are. So it is what it is. So hopefully more flies don't land on that lens. So yes, don't stand out. I have seen all sorts of vehicle stickers, and basically they're sort of, the stickers that they're putting on a vehicle is to show people what they believe in, whatever it is, okay? A 4x4 club or something, or a prepper society or club or whatever it is. All you're doing is you're telling people, oh, look at that vehicle over there, that looks cool, it stands out. Let's have a look, it looks awesome. Oh, look at the stickers on there. It's a Facebook group, it's an Instagram account, it's a Telegram channel. All the time you're giving people information which they do not need to know. It's none of their business. Keep your stuff safe, secure, private, away from prying eyes. Because the more that you advertise the world, what you're about and what you do, the high chance that you are going to get robbed. Okay, it just makes sense in my eyes. I mean, obviously, this is advice. Feel free to do whatever you want to do. But on my vehicle, there is not one single sticker. It just looks like an ordinary vehicle in the area where I live. I've got the same vehicle everyone house has. Okay, try and blend in. Don't stand out. Don't give people the opportunity to have a closer look and find stuff, or indeed follow you home. That's another thing which happens, okay? There has been stories in America where people have had their SUVs, they've had stickers over it saying Hank's Shooting Club or Bob's Prepping Group or Prep for the Apocalypse or Stall Food or whatever it is. They get followed to their home. The guy or the girl who's followed parks a few spaces away, watches them go in and out of the house. They find out who they are on social media. They show the whole world what they've got in their house, and they tell the whole world when they're going away. Well, guess what? when they come back, they're going to be sick to the stomach to find their house probably emptied. It has happened, all right? Just because it hasn't happened to you doesn't mean to say it won't happen, okay? Always be on alert. And finally, number 5, things that preppers should not do, okay? Stand out in a supermarket, okay? So, i.e. you go into Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Aldi or wherever it is, it doesn't matter, all these rules apply, okay? Don't be the guy or girl to have your supermarket trolley with 30 tins of corned beef, 30 tins of baked beans, and 10 packets of pasta and stuff. Well, guess what? All the time you're walking around, people aren't silly. They're going to have a, my God, look at that guy. And when you're queuing up in the till for a while at the checkout, look at that. And then again, one person might be inclined to follow you to your car, follow you home, and write down on their map or whatever it is, oh look, this is the address. I know that guy's got loads of food in there. It might be handy one day. We can't afford it, but at least I know where there's lots of food and it's not secure like in a supermarket, okay? Lots of people don't even know how to secure their vehicles or their homes. If you want to see me talk about that sort of thing, leave me in a comment section and I will do a video on that sort of thing, because all of these things are things that we are going to need to learn and learn fast, okay? But not only that, what are you wearing? The grey man concept, okay? Try and blend in. So, okay, you go to a supermarket, you've got an empty trolley and you start putting 10 tins of each of everything. Straight away, that doesn't look normal and it will attract attention, okay? You've got a day sack on your backpack, on your back, sorry. Whether it's camouflage, whether it's got molly stuff on it. The worst thing is you've covered it in molly patches, or sorry, morale patches. It all draws attention, okay, and it stands out. Furthermore, you could wear camouflage trousers or cargo pants. You could wear high leg boots. Straight away, in a bog standard supermarket, people will look, people will stare, and the odd person might follow. You see where I'm going with this, okay? So just if you do have to go to the supermarket, take a leaf out of my book. Get a few things at a time. Don't make it look obvious. And if you're lucky and you time it right, you get these items when they're discounted for a short sale period, okay? Make your money go further. Just put 3 tins of corned beef rather than 30, okay? 2 or 3 tins of beans, not 30 or 50, okay? All trays and trays of stuff. I've seen it. And man, honestly, lots of people talk, lots of people shake their head, etc. So all of these things will absolutely draw attention to yourself and your prepping way of life, okay? All this is just information. Do with it whatever you feel you need to. But even if you take heed on just one of those things, you are giving yourself a much better chance than the guy who does all 5 of the things that I've mentioned, okay? Try and distance yourself from people like that, because inadvertently, they're going to draw you into their situation and you could have your stuff compromised too. So if you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up. It really, really helps. Share the video. The link, click it, pass it on. That helps too. The more people that we can reach to absolutely make them stop and think, what are they doing? In a time like this, a lot of people are sleepwalking out there. Don't be one of them. You guys take care. Thanks for watching and stay funky.